Hi, I'm Mark Clugwell. Welcome to the Photographer Academy, and today we're kind of doing an introduction into adding a white sheet into your boudoir photography. About 10 years ago, I basically introduced in a white sheet into a promotion as far as for some boudoir photographers I was training at the time. And basically to kind of allow them the transition to add them in at the end of their shoot or to use it as a promotion in its own right, I created what was a kind of a 5-shot plan. And that's what we're going to look at quickly today. So the White Sheet sessions are basically devised on the actual Marilyn Monroe kind of images, and it depends on whether you want to shoot in color or black and white. That's really down to you. But for me, the essence that I take is the 5-shot plan is based around the black and white. So the White Sheet is all about black and white photography for me, but it doesn't mean that you can't shoot color. The 5 things we're going to cover are sheet hold, pillow talk, overhead, roll with it, and implied. What I should say is that in the sheet hold, basically you can do the overhead, the roll with it, and the implied, okay? And so kind of pillow talk can almost come to the end of what we're going to be discussing. So depends on how you want to kind of play it around. The first shot basically is to introduce the sheet into the session itself. The hands are going to be the controlling element to kind of hide and disguise body. The good news is that even if the client is still in lingerie, you can introduce the white sheet to disguise that they've actually got the lingerie on. All we need to do is slip off the actual straps of the bra, and then instantly you're kind of into an implied kind of image. And the good news about that, you know, Kelsey here, she's just got a stick-on bra, in fact, to make it a lot easier for demonstration and kind of when we're working in workshops and things. But the sheet hold can kind of be used whether we're going to be laying down, stood up, kneeling as we are here, whether we're doing a back shot. The hands are really controlling. One is always going to be used to disguise the bust or hide the actual bra. The other is going to be used in a natural way to look like they're kind of just moving it or kind of hiding parts of the body and things really. So the sheet hold is number one. All you've got to do is try and avoid the kind of the grip and the tension on the hand. So remind your client just to kind of relax it and almost pinch, if you can, the sheet instead of grabbing it. But if you introduce the kind of the sheet hold in straight away, it's a part to disguise the body. In exactly the same way as I said, pillow as a prop, a natural pillow that's on the bed, again white because we're into the white sheet, is another kind of prop. But as I was saying, this can actually be used at the end of the shoot to almost start the session over again in the kind of the flow that we're going to be doing. But the pillow is a great prop because obviously we can hug it, grab it, use it to cover. We can even kind of actually put it between the legs and kind of really wrap the body around it as such. Whether the client is laying on their back or laying on their belly, or as we are here, laying on their side, the pillow is a perfect prop, especially if you've got a slightly fuller figure. It's a little bit bigger, but let's not pretend, you know, the sheet as well. The great thing about the sheet, it's basically flowing, and it can kind of help any body size be a little bit more complementary. And some of the poses that we get clients to do, you know, as soon as they kind of sit, kneel, lay on a bed, gravity takes hold, and obviously then flesh begins to spread no matter what. So the kind of the pillow and the sheet are kind of best friends for us in posing, because we get to actually disguise the body shape in a little bit more. But the pillow is a great fun way, in fact, to actually introduce that little bit more kind of energy into or at the end of a boudoir shoot and things really. The overhead image is without doubt, it's kind of my favorite, and I would always encourage you to actually add this into your session. In this case, I'm just using the likes of a 24-105 zoom, and I'm kind of holding it by hand. Because I'm tethered, it means that I can't use the flippy back if I had one on the back of the camera, because the tether takes the feed straight out. But as far as the overhead is concerned, this is kind of really great fun, and I think this stems back to those Marilyn Monroe images that I was showing you. The overhead for me is also going to be used when we get to the roll with it and with the pillow talk and everything else with it and things really. So it's kind of really transitioning. But for me, one leg, kind of the sheet is going to hide the pant line. the top of the sheet is obviously going to hide the bra. It's a lot easier at this stage if the client is braless, because then we can actually do the next section, which is the roll with it, and we can basically just get the sheet to kind of hold within the kind of the pant line or the knicker line and things, really, so they've kind of covered up no matter what. But for here, just raising that knee up, with the sheet between the leg, it gives a really, really great overhead shot. And also you can develop the posing on. Remember to check out the kind of the White Sheet posing films that we've got on the Academy as well with it and things. Number 4 then is roll with it. I think this is great fun, but oh my God, there's so many images that I have to throw away just because of expressions are kind of a bit too much, or the sheet's in the wrong place or whatever it would be. But again, if you start the client on the one edge of the bed and then you get them to roll towards you, you can pretty much shoot as they're rolling towards you as well, and you get a great variety. And you know, if you do that 4 or 5 times and then you shoot from overhead and you do exactly the same thing, you might even shoot at a 45 degree and so on and so on. So you can really mix up all of these images and kind of really add into them. So, you know, if you did a roll with it and you're up at the kind of where the head is, and you're getting her to actually roll across and she's looking back to you, you're going to get one style of image. If you're shooting from above and you do exactly the same thing where she's rolling back and forth the bed, you're going to get another set of images. And if you're shooting on the line of the bed, so on the actual kind of mattress kind of line, you're going to get another set of images as well. So it's amazing. So from just doing a simple roll with it, you've got an opportunity to at least get 3 different images from 3 different viewpoints to add into your selection. But they are really great fun, and I've yet to have a client who hasn't laughed and laughed and laughed when they've actually kind of done the shoot plan, as it were. And then the implied, the implied is really using the sheet to kind of give suggestion of nudity. And this is great when you're doing the back shot, when you've got a client kneeling up, or in this case with the kind of the legs crossed. Try and have that natural kind of look and feel to the pose. So kind of really relax the posing of the hands and so on with it. Pretty much in this pose, the knees will hold the sheet against the bust no matter what. The only thing you've got to do is obviously make sure you're wrapping the sheet through the legs, so we can disguise the pant line and everything else with it and things, really. And that's a really simple 5-shot plan for you to start with if you're getting started with white sheet photography or even boudoir photography, ones where you can kind of relax the posing a lot and just actually go with a little bit of fun, a little bit more kind of energy in towards your shoot. As I said, and the clients who get these done are absolutely loving the images, kind of outweighing some of the boudoir photography as well.